remember that time at Canyon Lake? Back when we were still new to this town, a scooter guy told us of the best lake around. Canyon Lake was the place to have some fun. Say no more, load the truck, pack a bag, done and done.
Should we wake him?
Nah, let him sleep.
So we climb up the mountain in our rickety rig, find the lake, hit the camp store for some thingamajigs. When we got there, the freaking store had gone completely dark. There was currently no working plumbing anywhere in the park.
Great. We're here at Canyon Lake, where the camp store closes when the water pipes break. We didn't pack enough, cause we thought we could shop here. If you listen to a stranger, always pack extra
No running
gear.
water, fire, or food, that kinda makes this rough. But we are here for camping, so really, what is the fuss? It was time to take stock of all the beauty around. The lake was so amazing, postcard majesty abounds. Should we wake him?
It's okay, let him sleep.
Should we leave a note?
Well, you always leave a note.
We walked on down to dip our toes and drink it in, but little did we know that's where the trouble would begin. We were playing, throwing water, we were having a ball, but then we saw all the leeches and the children started to bawl.
Great, oh great, we're here at Canyon Lake, where the camp store closes when the water pipes break. We didn't pack enough, cause we thought we could shop here. This lake stocked by leeches should be called Camp Fear.
Walking back to our site, we saw the porta potty lines. The sun was about to set, tent assembly was on our minds. We gathered all the parts, the poles were MIA. That's when we heard a sound that filled us with dismay. Bats. It started out with 5 dozen, and then each and every one brought along 1,000 swarming cousins. No water and no fire and no food and no tent. Bats and leeches, no thanks. We're totally spent. We gathered the kids and we grabbed the gear, and then we left. The ride to get home was a bumpy, dusty, twisty quest. Our end was in sight and the path was almost clear. We knew once back in town, all-night donuts were near.
Great, oh great, we're leaving Canyon Lake, where the camp store closes when the water pipes break. We didn't pack enough, cause we thought we could shop there. Add bats to the leeches, no, we're camping this year.
Should we wake him now? Every passenger knew her by sight and name, and Stinky Mandy was the one to blame. From Salt Lake to Phoenix, such a short little flight, but that's how it goes, fortunes change overnight.
3 tacos, guacamole con 4 queso. Why would she eat this? Nobody could know.
plan. The stockholders expect returns quarterly, but I'm going to get you that bump just as soon as I can.
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. I saw it on cartoons when I was a kid. It's the same old game of never gonna pay. Even then I knew that he never
we
did.
really appreciate all that you do. This team would hardly even function, without you. We know your work-life balance could use a little work, but here we're all a big family, and ain't this mug a nice perk? We're gonna talk about your raise in just another little bit. I'm always pulling for you with management. I'm sorry. Is it really that late? I'm sorry to cut this short, but I really gotta get.
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. I saw it on cartoons when I was a kid. It's the same old game of never gonna pay. Even then I knew that he never
For Worker
did.
Appreciation Week, we're going to cater some lunch. Don't worry about the phone for an hour. Just come and have a munch. The food we ordered is from the best in the business, and as for the cost, this one is on us. Oh, and hey, after you're done, could you come and help clean up? Your mom doesn't work here, right? Ha 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 ha. And since you missed the hour on the phone, unfortunately that means we're going to have to revoke your work from home.
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. I saw it on cartoons when I was a kid. It's the same old game of never gonna pay. Even then I knew that he
Can
never
you even
did.
believe this amazing situation? These stale sandwiches preparing me for not keeping up with inflation. So I guess you actually are doing me a favor by making sure I don't earn too much and live to regret it later. I'm glad the CEO has my best interest in mind. I really hope his new beach house can help him unwind. It truly is unfortunate he had to make all those cuts, but I'm just glad his 7-figure bonus wasn't one.
I'll gladly pay a bonus, just not today, for all the extra work that you always did. Game of never gonna pay, and I always knew that they never would.
Just moved to Phoenix and still sorting things out when the midsummer swelter caught us off guard. We needed a place to go and escape. There was no doubt to any place nicer than our altar backyard. We had not made plans, so our favorite spot was out of reach. The only option left was Black Widow Beach, where the locals all get their nuclear power fill. If the stonewash doesn't kill you, the spidery bathrooms will.
The valley of soul was crushing our souls. We needed a retreat from the desert heat. The locals all tried to scare us away, but this might be our new place.
So it wasn't really a campground, just a parking lot. So you put your tent up in a parking spot. After parking our tent, it was time to explore. We wanted to fill the sand down by the ocean shore. We got to where the sand was all supposed to be, but sharp and treacherous rocks were all we could see. We went to the ocean for a quick dip and have us a splash, but wound up tumbling in the rocks, which gave us all road rash.
The valley of soul was crushing our souls. We needed a retreat from the desert heat. Parking lot camping and razor sharp rocks are better than home when it's too dark.
So after having all of this conducive fun, some of us really needed to go. Number one, we were told the bathrooms are dark and super scary and home to black widows, which are factually not hairy. Since it's daylight now, we should rush and get it over, but even now the bathrooms were dim and had an odor. We managed to get some light and the smell made me cough, but then I saw we were surrounded by spiders and I turned the light back off.
The valley of soul was crushing our souls. We needed a retreat from the
trip was a simple day at the beach. It's still beach being in Phoenix with all of the heat.
The